Rise and grind. It's a new day, new hustle, same type of money coming in. You know, it's DJ Larry Love with my special guest today. Introduce yourself to the world.
What's up? I'm TY.
We got DJ TY with us. Man. I don't know why she didn't put the DJ in front of it.
DJ.
We got DJ TY with us today, man. And I've actually been knowing TY for about 2 years?
Yep.
It's about 2 years. You know, I know you've been working. We actually met on the stage doing event with two artists. And that's the best way for DJs to meet, you know,
Absolutely.
of course, working. And so, what's up, TY? How you doing, man? First and foremost.
I am good. I'm working on a lot of new stuff. And
Okay.
I'm super excited about it. So, yeah, I'm super good.
So let's jump shit because you're not an artist, you're a DJ.
Exactly.
So we can talk about it. So, what's first? When was your first love and falling in love with music? Well, not when was your first love, but when was it that you fell in love with music?
So, I've never been a stranger to music. I love music my entire life. I've always been a DJ in my friends' eyes.
Okay.
So, like, they literally be like, "Oh, T around, hand her the aux cord. It is what it is." So.
Okay. So you always had a style and taste for music.
Yeah, always,
Okay.
always.
Since elementary school, middle school.
Yeah,
Okay.
my dad was a real big music lover too. So.
Okay.
That kind of, I guess, molded me into really loving music. My brothers love music too.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess when you really took it seriously, you was in high school. Like, was you downloading music first? That's how it started.
I was actually making playlists, and I had a homie that like used to download a lot of music and
Okay.
stuff like that. So I would just make the playlist, and I'd be like, "Yo, put this on a mix for me." And then,
Okay. Okay. So when was it when your hand first decided to wanted to be a DJ? Like when you first touched when you did your first scratch, when was that when you knew like this is for me? Like what event was it? So to say that you know what, I need to stick with this, take this serious, we make something out of this. When was that first event?
Well, it wasn't necessarily an event, but
Okay.
like, I own my own company called Making Music Friends.
Right,
so
right.
I really, to be honest, I started DJing to actually open the door to introduce more people to my platform.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it was more of a strategy.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
Like,
okay.
of course.
It's a good strategy too. Yeah,
absolutely.
right.
Yes, I think so too.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I think it was just like more strategy wise. But of course, I love it.
Okay.
And I know I have a good catalog.
Right,
of
right, for
music,
sure.
so,
I'm glad you said Making Music Friends because that's kind of how I want to go. And I know you're the creator, curator, CEO, COO of Making Music Friends. And for the people that doesn't know what Making Music Friends is, it's like a blog of Instagram with every time that I get on Instagram, I see a new song. And I like it for me being a DJ because sometimes I don't keep up with what's out this week. And by the way, you got a good following on this Making
Thank
Music
you.
Friends. You know what I'm saying? And I guess you already didn't hit on what made you want to start it. So when did you, I guess realize that it was better to promote? Because I see you promote a lot of high-end artists, you know what I'm saying? Or
yeah, for sure.
underground sound. I do see some artists that I never heard. I think maybe artists I maybe heard once or twice. So where do you,
Yeah.
I guess, reach to find your music?
I mean, a little bit of everywhere,
Okay.
SoundCloud. Instagram is definitely
Okay.
one of those things that's a platform that I find new artists,
Right.
especially with their sponsorships and
Right.
stuff like that. Like
Right.
that type of stuff pops up on my feed. So,
Right.
I definitely don't shy away from any new music at all. So I
Okay.
love it.
I did a little homework and I did a little sneak. So I read a little bit that you went on tour with Bad Boy. Was it like a Bad Boy tour or something?
Yeah, I
that you,
did, yep.
See, I did my homework. So let's speak on the Bad Boy tour scenario. What was like? Was you offered to go with the artist? Or,
Yeah.
Okay.
I was actually assisting one of the artists on there.
Can you
so.
say his name or you can't?
Yeah,
say it?
Mace.
Oh, shout out to Mace.
Yeah.
Isn't Mace in Atlanta for some events coming up?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah. So you was on the Bad Boy. That's kind of heavy. You should be wearing that like on your chest a little bit. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of.
I mean, it definitely was a great experience.
Okay.
It was a super dope opportunity.
So this was your first like taste with the industry, right?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely my first tour ever.
That's hard.
But it definitely molded me a lot, and like I said, the opportunity was super great. And actually, after that, that's when I decided to create Making Music Friends. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because I started seeing so much different connections and just how people were working on a day-to-day basis behind the snes and
So
strictly with the music.
So let's hit on you just being a female in the DJ game as well. Before we go to Making Music Friends, a little bit different. How is it being a female in Atlanta in this DJ game? Like, cause I know it can be the thirsty niggas. You got to deal with the niggas that want you to come to the studio. You got to deal with the artists that just want to be your friend. You know what I'm saying? So how was it being a female first in Atlanta with just all this, and then how was it being a DJ, a female that's a DJ in Atlanta?
I mean, I guess it just depends on who you are. You know what I'm saying?
True,
Like as a
true.
person. I mean, you got to be yourself and keep it 100 all the
Cool.
time.
What's the hardest thing?
As far as like being a female
Female
DJ,
DJ.
the hardest thing. I mean, working in the male dominant industry is always going to be hard for women, but
True.
I feel like the door has opened so much more for us lately. I feel like there's so many women in the industry now, not even just on the artist standpoint, because there's so many new female artists, but
Right.
even executive level, like, you know what I'm saying? So I just think that basically, like just staying true and nipping stuff in the bud from the gate.
That's dope. That's dope. And I mean, I can see the humbleness in you saying that as well. And with me also, I want to ask. I guess where is the? Because I know you shout out to Pyro, man. Shout out to Pyro
Oh
Malik.
yeah, Pyro.
Yeah,
What's
shout out
up?
to Pyro. Shout out to Bobby Cool, my dog BCMT.
Bobby. Yeah, I fuck with them.
And so, I guess what was it that made you? I guess feel that passion for independent artists. Like what was it? Just I guess the grind that we all us is because you're a DJ, so your feeling, maybe my feeling as well when it comes to working with independent artists is like, what do you see, I guess, in the road of working with independent artists?
Working with independent artists is clearly they're striving. Hopefully you are seeing, and believing in artists that are striving for
True.
like the ultimate, you know what I
True,
mean?
true, for
Versus
sure.
it being like a hobby, because there's some people who don't take it necessarily too serious. But
True.
definitely those artists that are like striving and working and putting in that work and really like building their brand and building like who they are as an artist is like super dope to me, and that's just something that I just want to be related to, especially with making music friends. So
Yeah, man, I like that. Man. Pyro actually got a dope song with Scotty ATL. I just
yes,
heard that.
I actually spin for Pyro sometimes at his shows, and
Yeah.
that's a hot record. That's actually
Yeah.
a popular record.
That was I told him like I think that was it for him. So
Yeah.
far as breaking, sometimes you got to break certain barriers in this industry, man, for people to really see your name. And I think as that, they promote that record, that would make that's a good selling point so far as Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, it's 1,000, 2,000 DJs, and about out of 2,000 DJs, only 100 of these niggas really promote and support the artists.
Right, right. That's true.
And I mean, we see it every day. You know what I'm saying? We see it every day. So with me saying that, with making music friends, what you listening to right now? Who's your favorite? Because we was just talking off camera. We had this week we had Megan Thee Stallion album came out.
Exactly.
And I still
Khalid.
Khalid album. Khalid album.
Tyler the Creator.
Khalid album is like a mixtape though. Let's just stop right there.
Of course. I mean, he got all the like.
I don't get it though.
People. What you mean by that?
I mean, I get it because I think he's like the first DJ to make like a commercialized mixtape out of
Absolutely.
drama. And I get it so far as because everybody got to get paid. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I wonder how that really breaks down when it comes to making an album. And we were just talking about that Nipsey and Khalid and John Legend song, and I don't know if that song still needs to grow on me. But have you heard the Nipsey?
Yeah, and I've seen the video.
Higher. It's called Higher.
Yeah,
I love the video.
Mm-hmm.
I love the video. But rest in peace to Nipsey Hussle. The neighborhood.
For sure.
Shout out to the neighborhood. But I think the shit would have been promoted better as a single versus like being on this album for some reason to me. Because I don't see it. It don't stand out as much to me right now. And I don't know if I have to go back and listen to it, but that's just my DJ input.
Yeah, I mean, I think everything just following the passing of him is like more so maybe why it's more hype around it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Of course.
Like I love Nip. Like
I love Nip.
He's super dope, and his legacy definitely will live on forever. But I mean, I feel you like, but the album with Khalid is more like, it's all over the place. It's different records.
Right.
So it's different people and different artists on there. So
I heard the intro. Did you hear the intro to the Khalid album?
No, I didn't.
It's like a break. Yeah. It's a different, man. I guess Khalid, I get what he's trying to do, being a DJ, and he can DJ. He all right as a DJ. But I mean, I get what he's trying to do and solidify. Like he really painted his old path as putting out a mixtape in the commercial market. Because that's all it is to me, is a mixtape.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And who else album came out this week?
Tyler the Creator.
I haven't heard.
Yeah.
I haven't hopped on his bandwagon yet, man.
Nah, I really do.
You heard it? You heard some of it?
Yeah, I heard some of it. Last night, actually, I was listening to it a little bit. I haven't got a chance to actually get in my zone and listen, but he did have some records, and I like him. I like artists that sometimes you have to like anticipate their new projects because they don't necessarily drop all the time. So I feel like this was probably a project he had been working on for a minute.
So how you feel about I like what's the artist we was just talking, the Baby?
Oh yeah. I'm really. I've been rocking with him like even in the past, even before this latest album.
Yeah.
That's how I kind of knew about him. But I'm happy to see like his growth is super lit.
I think I first heard about him. I think South by Southwest, like 2 years. Wasn't he the artist that's walking around in the pamper? You heard about that artist that's walking around in the pamper? Like
I didn't hear about that, but I know for a fact he goes hard with the baby theme.
I think he had like. I think it was like a white bed sheet though. I think he tied it up and it looked like a pamper. But he was. I think the baby was that artist. If I can remember that year, walking around South by Southwest in the pamper. And niggas
look
kept
where
talking,
he at. Look where he at now.
Look at the fuck he at right now.
Making good moves, right?
I read, and then shout out to his producer too, Jetson May. And shout out to what's my dog name? Producer 20 from Charlotte, man. My dog is producer. He got the baby. He got Stunner Vegas. Producer 20, man. What's my man name? Jay Black. Producer 20 is just like that. Shout out to Producer 20, man. He working, man. Them Carolina boys is working to Atlanta, man. And I think the thing about the baby, he's very animated and creative so far as his videos.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I think that's what kind of win people over. And he can rap. He can rap.
Yeah. He's good.
How do you feel about this Kodak Black situation?
As far as what, like?
Have you heard about last week? Well, we all heard about these artists getting locked up at Rolling Loud.
Oh yeah.
That shit was
out of control.
That was out of real control. I think that was probably. I think it was bigger than what. I actually think it was bigger than what media made it.
Right.
I'm pretty sure. Like I heard about Doug Bus got shot up.
Yeah, it's been a lot of that lately too. With a
couple
of different artists. Yeah. I don't know if that. Yeah, like you said, if that's trending or that's what's going on.
It's almost dangerous to be a rapper.
I wish.
Right now.
Yeah, I wish everybody well. I
hope. What I'm saying?
Everybody need to stay safe 100%.
Yeah, and the reason I asked you about Kodak, I'm a fan, and you're being a DJ. You may have a different input. I'm a fan of his music, and I think he can be the leading voice for this new generation of rappers. He could have been. If he stopped getting in so much fucking trouble.
Yeah, I think that the trouble thing is definitely a trend, but it takes over people's careers because it goes to the next extreme almost. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
I don't know.
How you feel about the type of music that the City Girls make for women? You being a woman.
I enjoy their music as far as like when I'm out. You know what I'm saying? Like I think that I like their movement. I mean, I think that they're like a new age, duo.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like that's bringing something different.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So, I don't think that they're like really in it to be compared to anybody.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? Like
right.
I just feel like they're in it and they're making fun, lively music that people enjoy.
I think actually Trina co-signed.
Yeah, for sure. I heard Young Miami actually. I think she knew Trina like growing up.
Okay.
Like that.
Okay.
Yeah, like.
And so since I like to do my current events, so we're just gonna jump in and look at some current events. So breaking news: Baton Rouge artist NBA YoungBoy is revoked. His probation has been revoked. He's been arrested. Oh, wow. This is another plan for these young kids. I don't understand that you get to the strategy of you figured it out on how to be big, and then 6 months to a year later, you getting in the same type of trouble as if you ain't had the type of show set up for you, if you ain't had the type of independency that you can put out for your family soon if you keep working.
Right. Like
it's a lot that. Shout out to Meek Mill. He put out a saying. I think what he said, like, these niggas is really playing. Like, do y'all want to be crime bosses? Do y'all want to be young millionaires?
Yeah. For
you know what I'm saying?
And that's real.
You know what I'm saying? I think it's very real. So, can you? Because you're from Seattle, right?
Yeah, I am.
Do you know
206?
How's the hip hop scene out of Seattle? Do you?
The hip hop scene out of Seattle is actually really fire.
Okay.
Yeah, I think people sleep on Seattle, sleepless in Seattle type.
Okay.
That's really what it is. It's really sleepless in Seattle versus people sleeping on it. But no, I mean, I feel like there's a lot of artists in Seattle, dope artists actually, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
They don't necessarily always have the platform, as far as like, bigger cities like
True.
Atlanta, LA or whatever. But with Making Music Friends is definitely gonna make a scene out in Seattle for sure.
Let's talk about Making Music Friends some more. I'm glad you just said it. So with Making Music Friends, are you gonna host like any type of? I've seen in the past you hosted a showcase.
Yeah,
how was that?
They actually were a pretty good turnout. I'm super excited about.
So you did more than one.
Yeah, I did a couple of showcases, a couple of networking events, and they have been successful. You know what I'm saying? So it's really exciting to see the growth within my vision.
Right.
And it's really exciting to see like people actually, really anticipating like more things to come for the brands.
Right.
Yeah.
What's your overall plan for Making Music Friends though?
Okay, so like Making Music Friends basically is a music platform not only for artists though, but it's for pretty much anybody who is aspiring to be a part of the industry.
True.
Or if not already in it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I feel like Making Music Friends, the name is basically it describes what like the platform actually stands for, which is like connection.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
networking.
As far as I know, building and maintaining relationships in this industry is very crucial.
Very crucial.
It's very important.
Very.
So I wanted to create something that like basically surrounds the meaning of connection. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
making music friends.
yeah, exactly. So
I told you for one, I didn't I didn't know you was behind the page when I first.
Yeah, I remember you saying that.
You behind this page. So when I first and like to see, like I said, you really pulling numbers and interactions. You know, so from what I see, so I guess what would you, I guess, so far as Instagram go, like it's like my go-to when I see what's new. You know,
right. Well, I'm happy about that. Like stuff like that makes me happy.
Yeah,
it
excites as well.
Yeah. No, the website actually should be out in the next couple of months, but it's gonna have some different stuff on it. It's not just gonna be the same as like the Instagram or the social media handles.
Okay.
You know, I do also run a Twitter for it, and yeah, like I said, like in the next couple of months, like you're definitely gonna see some different stuff from Making Music Friends.
I can see you dropping mixtapes exclusively on that one.
Absolutely,
you may be the circuit to drop exclusive singles and stuff. That may be a plan.
Absolutely, yeah, for sure.
And so my last real kind of serious question, just being in Atlanta, man. I guess we're the mecca of music when it comes to like, I guess being independent artists in hip hop.
Agreed.
How do you feel the music is going and the trend is going so far as Atlanta artists and rappers right now? Because like, you know, right now we see the trend is getting shot up for some reason. Like,
I don't know. In the last couple of weeks, it's a little iffy.
You know what I'm saying? I think, but what's, I guess, a song that's dropped in 2009 versus a song dropped in 2019? What's the difference? So, I mean, what's the difference in, I guess, why is it so now that, you know, well, I just answered my own question. I was about to answer my own question. So for you, what's the difference, I guess, in it being, you know, the digital jump?
Like as far as streaming wise and stuff like that, or what?
You think it's harder, or you think it's more of a groundwork to put in now versus 2009 when we didn't have Making Music Friends, or we didn't have?
No, I feel like back then it was harder. You didn't have the social media platforms to actually reach different artists and different fan bases. Right, you know what I mean? Like you literally, that's when the A&R really had to come into play. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like nowadays, people who may have got skipped over and people who may have got slept on are actually making moves and you know, they coming up on the forefront by themselves. You know, so you know, there was a tweet that said, somebody said, you can't rap better than me, but you just know how to use the internet better. And it's like, that's true. Yeah, that's real. That's 100.
I know a lot of people that know how to use the internet better than me.
So me too.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And I like that. I think and like I said, a lot of it, I guess it comes from, you know, your groundwork. You know, if you was an artist that was selling mixtapes out your trunk one day, now in 2019, you got the internet, so it may be easy to you having the internet.
Yeah, I guess it definitely, I feel like the grind still has to be the same. Like the hustle, you know, is definitely extreme. But I feel like ultimately, I mean, the social media platforms are definitely an advantage.
Okay. Yeah. Well, DJ TY, man, and I guess before you get out of here, are you doing any local events in Atlanta coming up? Anything? Do you do like parties? Can people book you?
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. Yeah. Lately, I've been really striving, you know, to work with a lot of different brands and stuff like that. But I'm definitely into the scene of like, you know, doing parties and lounges and stuff like that. So
man, that's dope, man. We're Making Music Friends is definitely with us. And but before you get out here, do you have anything you want to salute? Anybody you want to shout out? Anything that you need to shout out?
Shout out anybody that's striving to be a part of the industry. Any artist that's working on a day-to-day basis. And let's make music friends.
Let's make music friends. Let's make music friends. I like that. But before we get out of here, man, definitely, you know, tune in. Rise and Grind Morning Show, Live Hip Hop Daily. DJ Larry Love. Our old interviews are still up. We got over another. This is a new scene, new platform. We still doing it, but you can definitely still tune into the old videos. But look for this, man. We see you later. We're gonna tune in. Mix coming up. Cook Up Mondays every Monday. DJ Vito, DJ Larry Love, J Black behind the camera. Man.
Hey.